Let's can up some chili. This is going to be one of those videos that some of you hate and some of you love, but I'm not going to give total measurements. But you guys, in these videos where I don't give measurements, it's because you have freedom to choose your seasonings and your ingredients to fit what you like and what your family likes. And if you're still kind of learning and figuring out what flavors blend well together and really what you and your family like, then maybe follow along slightly. So to start off, I'm chopping up 2 onions and a handful of garlic. And I'm going to put that into my pot, and then I'll add my ground beef. And I added in 2 pounds of ground beef. I know I just said I'm not going to give measurements, but I mean, I'll give them slightly. This is like ish. And now I am just going to go ahead and like break up the meat a bit and cook it up. You don't have to fully cook the hamburger here because it is going to cook the rest of the way in the canner, but browning it is going to give it a better flavor, and we'll get a little bit of the grease out. Now to the meat and onions and garlic, I'm going to add some chili powder. I don't really measure here. I'm putting that much. That's how much. And later on, I'm going to add some more, but this is just to season the meat. I also added in some salt and pepper to taste. Now, these are some dehydrated jalapenos that we got at the Amish auction over the summer. Add as little or as many as you want. And these are just some frozen bell peppers that I either grew them or I bought them at the Amish auction. I'm not really sure, but I've got bags of them in the freezer and I need to start using them up. I would say it was around a cup of bell peppers, maybe a little bit less. Saute that all up. It smells amazing right here. So good. Now, I did go ahead and soak these beans overnight. These are just kidney beans. You could do whatever kind of beans you like, but these are just what we use for chili. I'm adding those into the pot, and I'm just going to stir those up, and we're going to add in 2 quarts of tomato sauce and 2 quarts of stewed tomatoes. Now, in the stewed tomatoes, there's all kinds of vegetables in there. There's celery, there's squash, onions, garlic, maybe some carrots. I don't know. It kind of depended on what I had available that day. You could leave out the stewed tomatoes and vegetables part, but that just helps me feel better about my family eating a little bit of extra vegetables in their meal. And that was not enough liquid. So I'm also going to go ahead and add in a quart of beef broth. And that's going to bring up the flavor a bit and make this even more delicious. So here's where I'm adding in some more chili powder, and then we're going to go ahead and add in some more salt too. And by the way, this is my favorite salt. It's a Celtic gray salt. Delicious. Here's what it looks like so far. Now, still pretty liquidy. I want this to thicken up, so I'm going to go ahead and add in 2 cans of tomato paste. This is one of those times that I wish you guys could smell my kitchen. It smells delicious. Also, shout out to my friend Chantel. She made this amazing sourdough for me. That is on my list of things that I want to master this year, is a good loaf of sourdough. Now it's time to jar up the chili. Now, this chili made 7 quarts, and then there was also enough left over that my parents could have dinner. So in total, this made about 8 quarts, I would say. Another successful day of canning. And for lids, because I get asked that all the time, I'm going to use Denali canning lids. If you use coupon code Amy Sherman, they will give you a 10% discount, and that is on their entire website. Canners, everything. So go check them out if you are in the market. These are going to go into the pressure canner for 90 minutes. And look how beautiful those look. So good. And 7 meals ready for the pantry. Here it is all done. Beautiful and very hot. 0 out of 10 recommend getting it out of the canner this way. Thanks for watching. See you next time.